It's like a loop machine. All around town, people trying to get down. It's like a loop machine.
Hello, this is Bryan Fulford with the Black College Sports Network, and I am pleased to have on the line joining me the head coach of Miles College, Coach Reginald Ruffin, coming off of another big win in the SIAC. The defending champs keep rolling. Coach Ruffin, how are we doing today?
I'm blessed, man. I'm glad to be on the show.
Yeah, we are definitely pleased to have you on for a second week, and coming off of the big win on homecoming and all that went into that. This week you go into a contest against Benedict, who may be winless, but they are definitely a tough opponent. And this game there were 6 lead changes that led into a game-winning touchdown run with 19 seconds. Talk a little bit about the emotions and the swings of a game like this after the past weekend of homecoming.
Well, for me, just getting our guys to understand that we're going to get everybody's best shot. Got to give Benedict, Coach White, them a lot of credit. They are a team, just like I stated before. They wasn't a 0-4 football team. They were really a good football team. They had a lot of close games beside that Fort Valley game, but they're a really good football team. And the thing is, they just trying to just find that niche of getting that first win, and they almost got it. Saturday with us, it was homecoming. They had 2 weeks to prepare. They had an open week, and we're going to get everybody best shot, But our thing is we just got to keep focused and keep getting better and just take care of the little things. That's my main concern right now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, a game that goes back and forth, and both defenses look like they did their best to make it tough on each other. Your defense holding Benedict to just 201 yards of total offense, and they kept you guys right at about 304. Defensively, your defensive team, talk a little bit about the performances of some of your defensive players. Of course, Mitchell Smiley with 10 tackles and Kevius Floyd with another 10 tackles. Those guys had a big game for you.
Those are my young pups, my young linebackers, man. Just those guys come ready to play every day, and they were young as freshmen and last year and sophomores, and those guys they work hard, and they had a monster game. Did the little thing that we worked on that we knew that Benedict would try to explore and try to do, and our kids did. Those 2 guys did an awesome job of making sure those plays that Benedict liked running didn't happen. So I was very excited. Our pass defense got a little bit better. We got more pressure, a little bit pressure on the quarterback, but that 50-50 ball is what's been getting us all year. Benedict actually had a 50-50 ball, their touchdown pass. That was a 50-50 ball, and we got to win those battles. And like I said, that becomes man against man, you against him. So, but I was excited, with our defense. Offense, they did what it took to get the game and to win the game, but we struggled a little bit offensively. We down a few running backs, but we don't make excuses. The next guy got to get up and be ready to go, when his number is called. And we just got to keep, just get healthy and keep pressing forward.
You mentioned your running backs, so Wade Streeter with 75 net yards in the contest, but it was Padarius Martin who came up with the 2 touchdown scores, including the game-winning touchdown with 19 seconds left. And you actually had quite a few players, a nice healthy mix of guys running the ball. Talk a little bit about Martin and of course Wade Streeter and their performance.
Well, those guys been in the program. A lot of time you just have to wait your turn. and not be selfish. Those guys haven't been selfish, especially Wade, being a junior and not having the opportunity his freshman, sophomore year, but now as a junior because of injuries and stepping up and having a monster game against Morehouse and another game against Lane and Missouri S&T. So Wade has been doing a great job, being the guy that our workload that we've been giving the ball to. And Padarius has been more about fifth man, our sixth man on the roster, and like I say, when your numbers call, you got to be ready to perform, and that's why I tell our kids, somebody's going to help us win a football game, even when you're not the guy that's starting the first 2, 3, or 4 ball games. Somebody's going to have to help us win a ball game. And Padarius scored 2 touchdowns, and the last one he scored was a big touchdown for us to help win that game or steal that game. And just can't be selfish. You got to come ready to work, and like I say, when your numbers call, you got to be ready to perform.
Right, definitely. And you talk about the guys stepping up when their number is called, and so I move over to your quarterback position, and Daniel Smith didn't have the greatest of days, and you went to a couple other quarterbacks through the course of this contest. Where do you feel? Where do you feel the team is at? Where do you feel Daniel Smith is at this point in the season? I mean, obviously he came in as a highly regarded, SIC player on many people's conference player of the year candidates. Where do you feel Smith is at, and what are you hoping to see from him as you go into the second half into the championship run?
Well, just managing the ball game and not making the mistakes of just throwing the ball off his back foot and, turning over the ball and, not managing the clock and, a few delay of games. And we've been going back and forth trying to get him to really understand and not think a lot. The thinking process lead that up to us. And we just want him to just go out there and play like Daniel's supposed to play and like he's capable of playing, and let us do all the other stuff. And like I say, we're a team, and that's why I let our guys do know that we're a team. Together everyone achieves more. No one is bigger than the team, and and it's about it's never personal. In this business, it's about getting the job done. So, this is all business. You got to get the job done. So, the thing is, we felt like John gave us a chance to be a better offense because of Daniel's struggles, at times. But Daniel came back in and took back over. And like you say, he did some things unorthodox, and he did some things that was good, but he just got to keep pressing on, doing things that he's always been capable of doing. And that's why we've been kind of shuffling back and forth. But, we still got a lot of football to play. And, we always, the guy during the week gets the opportunity. Whoever has the best week get the opportunity to start. There's no one guy penciled in as a starter. You got to come ready to work, put your work in, and then we'll go from there.
Right. Coach, I'm curious about the schedule and as it shakes out for you. I mean, obviously this is one of the I find it kind of maybe a weird year or maybe an uncommon year, the fact that a lot of teams in the SIC, yourselves included, having to play 10 consecutive weeks. There's no bye week in the middle of the season. That hasn't struck me as a regular thing. But I mean, are you finding it a bit of a grind right now? Are you feeling like maybe with the tough, close games the last 2 weeks that you sort of wish you guys had a bye week right here or an off week, or you actually prefer this kind of schedule where you're just playing week to week and having to make the adjustments?
Well, I'm a big, I'm the type of guy, you have to work, and I don't want nobody to give us anything. We earn what we deserve, and I just feel like if the conference office said we got to play 10 consecutive games, we're not going to cry over spilled milk. We're going to just play those 10 consecutive games, and it's up to us what we do practice-wise and then what we do weight room-wise, that we modify, that we make adjustments to make sure our kids are healthy, number one. That's the most important thing. But number two, that our kids understand, we knew it's going to be a tough and long season, and that's why you prepare off-season. That's why you prepare summer workouts to make sure your body is being capable of going through that conditioning, going through that pounding. And so the biggest thing in Division II, with the less amount of scholarship, you got to make sure your guys are all on the same page and ready, and and just ready to perform. And the way you do that is, you kind of stay away from injuries, but it's kind of hard at times, especially when you're playing a rigorous schedule. But for the most part, our kids understand that. That's why we go through all season. That's why we talk about summer workout, preparing your body, training your bodies, because it's going to be a long season, 10 games, plus a possibility championship game. That's 11 consecutive weeks. And you talk about playoffs. If you have an opportunity to get that, that's another. So, a lot of other conferences playing 10 consecutive weeks also. And, we just not going to cry about it. We just going to continue to work. And like I said, we're going to get everybody a game. We understand that, but we better be ready to play and handling our business.
Right. I definitely understand that, and so sort of another little oddity about the schedule is this marks the first of 3 consecutive road games and the first of 4 or 5 on the road. At the end of the season, and of course 4 of those are conference games. So you kind of are hitting that mark where you definitely have to the guys have to sort of be at their best. So coming into this upcoming week, you've got Edward Waters. You're traveling down to Jacksonville, Florida, and it's been called. We've called it. Let's be honest here. We called it Ruffin Bowl 1, as you and your first cousin, Coach Greg Ruffin of Edward Waters, are gonna. I believe it now. Is this the first time that you two have coached against each other?
Yes, most definitely. Yes, sir.
Okay, so definitely a first in the family. Talk a little bit about the challenges of this upcoming game for your team, maybe with the travel, or just maybe what kind of things might you expect from Coach Ruffin and his team down in Jacksonville?
Well, for me, I like the road. I call ourselves the road warriors all the time because I think our kids really remain focused a little bit when they're away from campus and away from everybody want a free ticket from me as athletic director, and everybody want to get in the game free. But, you can pretty much concentrate on the opponent at hand, especially on the road, and going in hostile territory where we all rely and lean on each other. But I think Coach Ruffin has done a great job. Greg has done a great job, and his record does not show. They play a lot of close games, and they play hard. And those guys are doing a good job after this win. They were just hungry for a win, and they got their win against Allen University this past weekend. And watching them on film, I haven't studied them a lot. Just have glanced at them on just a few, but they just got a lot of speed. Guys have done a great job. I think got a new quarterback that just maybe came to the program, and for whatever reason, now he's a part of that team from Iowa. Quarterback has done a real good job of managing the game. So they got some guys that's been out, dinged up or injured, but they're back, and and that's all it takes. Everybody's just getting healthy, and I think his guys are getting healthy, and that score, them beating Allen and playing and scoring that many points tells you a lot that, the close game with Morehouse and the close game, that they have played. You can look at them and tell that, they are a well-coached football team. Coach Ruffin, Greg has done a good job.
Right. Yeah, definitely. So, we are definitely looking forward to that contest. We'll be broadcasting that game on the Black College Sports Network. It's a 6 p.m. kickoff Eastern time, 5 p.m. in your time zone. I'm curious, how much of the just conference overall do you get to watch? I mean, there've been some great strides. Some great wins from other conference teams, Albany State, and Fort Valley State, of course, very familiar with what Kentucky State has done. Do you get an opportunity to sort of, not maybe scoreboard watch, but you get a chance to kind of see what your rivals in the conference are doing? And if so, what are your maybe just general thoughts about what you're seeing from some of the other teams in the conference?
Everybody, all the coaches kind of give you the scores, but, kind of, as a coach, I'm more of what's at hand and what's on task now. The task
Okay.
at hand now, and I'm not a guy that looks beyond, looks forward. I'm the guy that I got Edward Waters coming up, and coaches know I'm we fully head first into getting ready for Edward Waters, and we can't worry about the next opponent because they are not here yet, and
right.
can't worry about what they're doing. But I know this is a good conference. I know we got great coaches in this conference, and sometimes the record does not reflect what's going on with programs. And in any moment, you can see a team explode, just like we have in the past. Starting out slow, and then all of a sudden we catching fire, and that same thing can happen in the program. For me, it's just like making sure our kids are understanding that we take one play, one down, one series, and we don't overlook anybody. We're going to play a good Edward Waters football team at their stadium and their home game, and so we better be getting ready to play because they're going to come in and be very physical and try to get out there.
Right. All right, Coach. Well, look, I know you got a busy day ahead of you. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I would like to give you maybe the last word to let the Golden Bear Nation know anything or any thoughts as you guys get ready, as you come out of this win and get ready for the next opponent, Edward Waters. I want to give you the last word.
No, just for me, just continue supporting Miles College, continue supporting all our HBCUs, our fans support, give, and just cherish the moment of being a part of HBCU family. So that's all you hear from Coach Ruffin.
All right. Well, we appreciate it again, Coach Reginald Ruffin, head coach of the Miles Golden Bears, currently with a record of 5-1, still unbeaten, 3-0 in the SIAC. Up next, non-conference opponent Edward Waters on the road down in Jacksonville, Florida, a 6 p.m. kickoff on Saturday. Coach Ruffin, we appreciate you taking time to talk out with us, and we will talk with you, or we will see you down in Jacksonville this upcoming weekend.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you.
All right. Take care, Coach. Bye-bye.
Yes.
It's like a loop machine.